Hello, VRA fam. This is Tim. I'm new. I just started a couple weeks ago, right after the 7-day challenge. Um, so I was hopping in, and I got notebooks over here, lots of notes that I took. I'm sure with everybody else. One of the things is how do I organize all my thoughts? How do I go through this 7-step process with all my ideas, making sure I hit on all my points? Doing the reviews, doing the research, and always thinking about all these steps. So I took the Foundations workbook that has all 7 steps in there, and with all the questions that we ask. What problem does your video solve? Who will your video serve? What's the purpose of the video? How will it make money? How can you make money in your niche? So there's tons and tons of questions that you ask yourself about your video. So they created this PDF here. So I took it and I just kind of stripped out all the stuff, put all the questions in a Google Doc right here. Starting with reverse engineer, it has all the questions with all the research questions and the record questions and the release, and I even took the information out of how to write a description, so that can be in here as well. So it at least makes me think about each step along the way. Then I discovered Trello. I don't know if any of you have worked with Trello before, but it's kind of a workflow process, kind of organize your thoughts. I think the beauty of this is in the simplicity of it, but as well as they've added tons and tons of features. So I took the 7-step process to 9 steps, and it's 2 easy steps. One is just a bucket for all of my ideas. And then the 9th bucket is a done bucket after it went through all 7 steps. An idea went through all 7 steps. So as you can see here, I've got the reverse engineer, research, record, release, rocket, review, repeat, and then done. And then I rebuilt all of those checklists inside of Trello again. I'll show you how that works. So boom. I got an idea, so this is going to be video, obviously they're all video, so I got an idea on, a product review. And then I've got a video on a how-to guide. And then one on this versus that. So I've got, some ideas. And if I click on one of these cards, I can add a more detailed description as long as as much as I want. I also have the ability to add labels. As you can see, since this is a product review, I'll give it a product review label. The how-to guide, I'm going to give it my how-to label. And this versus that, I don't really have a guide for that, but let's just say it's a security related. So you can color code your ideas as well if you've got different categories of ideas. Some other things you can do is you can add attachments. You can actually go to link it up with your Google Drive and pull in a template off of a Google Drive, and it links it in here. You can also do like a link. So if you're doing a product review to an Amazon link, and this is my product link, and this could be your affiliate link, whatever you want it to be. And as you can see, it just adds this stuff here. Now here's the beauty of Trello, and what they have are like some automation rules, and what I'm showing you here is off of the free account. So there are some limitations on the free account, but so far I've been able to do everything I need to do under the free account. Watch this. I'm going to pick up this product review off of my ideas, and I'm going to drop it on the reverse engineer because I'm ready to start on it. Boom. You see that? It just went from, it added this checklist and it had 0, 4. So if I go into this checklist, boom, there's my 4 questions for reverse engineer. The other thing I did again, a free account with automate.io is I set up this functionality that I can send an email to an email address, and it's connected to my Google Documents. So it's going to pick up this VRA template with all the questions on it, and then it's going to move it. Let me show you. If I go into my Google Drive, boom, there's that product review. And if we notice, if we come back here, that's the name of this card. So I used the name of the card plus the date to generate a document name, and there is the template that I created. Now, what I haven't been able to figure out is how to get the card link. You can link these together, so I can come here and click on share, and this link is the link to the this actual card. So right now I'm just pasting it in there. There's a way to automate that. I'll figure it out sooner or later. So now from within the Google document, I can click, if I'm working off the Google document, I can click on this link and it takes me directly back to this card. So the one thing what I do now is I go here and I answer all my questions. Once I'm done answering my questions, I come back here to the board. I come down to the checklist. And now this is the beauty of Trello. It does some things automatically. So once I complete my checklist, boom, it added the research checklist. But if I look, it automatically moved the card to the research area. So now that's in research. So actually I can move another card into the how-to guide, into the reverse engineer. It added my checklist, and this is a how-to guide. So if I come back into my Google Docs and go to my Google Drive for my episodes, there is my how-to guide on February 9th that it just created. So got some automation here, but let me just show you this. So if I go in here and I check off these 7 items, boom, it's going to now add the record checklist. It moved it into the record stage. So now I can have ideas in different areas and keep track of everything, because in my description I can put all the stuff in here that I want. I also have this Google document. I have a single Google document with all the questions for every single video that I do. And so even when we get down here to, what's your video title and thumbnail concept, and especially under the research here for the keywords and tagging, you can start to do that and have that. Here's where you can write your hook. Again, I'm just gonna, now when we get to the next stage of release, that's a much, much bigger checklist. As you can see over here, that product review moved into the release stage, and here's the checklist for what's the final thumbnail, the title, tags, description. So these are all the same questions directly out of that workbook on the VRA document. I just want to cast item. It went over into the rocket stage, added the rocket, and so if you've done a Twitter post and a Facebook stories, all these, whether you're going to do them or not, some of them I'm nowhere near. I got 8 subscribers on my channel right now, so it's going to be a long time before I reach these stages. But I put them in here just so it has every step. It's now, as we can see in the background, it is now in the review stage. And again, I'm going to check all of these off. And then once it goes from the review, it's now in the repeat. And I'm going to make my documents, and once all of that's done, boom, it's in the done stage. So you're taking an idea from one stage all the way to the end and all of that. So I hope this was helpful. If anybody wants this, contact me. I will transfer it over and show you how to set up the rules. I'm putting together a document right now that goes step by steps on how to create the rules. The one thing, here's a little gotcha, and I'll put it in the notes of a document that I'm going to try to create for you guys, for anybody who wants this, is this 7R's checklist template you got to keep, because this actually has all the checklists. So here's the cool thing. You like the checklist, you want to remove some items or add some additional items for you, you can come in and just do that in this template, and then it automatically from that point forward, it's not going to go back and add those checklist items to any of the existing cards if it's in a certain stage. But at least the next card, the next idea, next video idea, you go through that cycle, will be there. So again, if you find this helpful, reach out to me. I'll be more than willing to help you guys set it up. Hopefully they'll let me post this video to share with you guys. All right, thanks.